Hello everyone, we are here, we are live, and as you can see we are at the Island Airport for a mission that I have right here. I know the thumbnail suggested that we're going to do flybys, and we absolutely are. That is going to be the main theme of this stream today, is we're going to do a gravity assist past Eve, fly by Eve, head to Moho, hopefully fly by both of those planets with the same probe, and this is all motivated by a contract that I have to fly by 3 different interplanetary objects, and I'm hoping to knock off 2 of them with this stream. But before we do that, at the conclusion of the last stream, I built me my first little prop plane in this stream, and I have this contract to barnstorm the Island Airfield hangars, which are these 2 hangars here. And in case you're not quite sure what you mean by barnstorming, is you have to fly the plane through them without touching the ground, and I got to do both of them. So yeah, it's a little bit of a risky maneuver, and I'm choosing a prop plane because they have a lower airspeed than the jet planes do. So I'm hoping that this will make this not too terrible. Regardless, I am going to quick save. In fact, I'm going to do a quick save right now, and give myself permission to try this at least a couple of times if things don't go astray, or if things go astray. And if it ends up taking me too many tries, I'll kind of bail. I don't want people watching me crash all day long, though I don't know, maybe some people would enjoy that. Now, it started me off over here, so I can see I got to do a little bit of taxiing. So I'm going to put on my SAS. I'm going to there goes start up our engines here. And then we're going to deploy those propellers. Might want to actually throttle down a bit because I don't want to go too fast. And we'll head off. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We'll head off to the end here. Give us a full amount of runway. Okay, brake here a bit. Don't drive off the side. Spin this around. Okay. And brakes. I think I'm lined up all right enough. So again, let's start these up. Brakes off. Deploy those propeller blades. Are we not moving? Is the brakes? Sorry, I just undeployed the propeller blades. And now they're deployed. Yeah, we're picking up a little bit of speed. Come on, we're going to need more speed to get off this. And in case you didn't know, you can. I have not flown this. I did not fly this thing here. Let's get off the ground. Come on, off the ground, off the ground, off the ground, off the ground. There we go. Gear up. Okay, I did not fly this thing here. You can launch from alternate launch sites and alternate runways. I believe you do have to get into the settings to enable that. And then you can select from the spaceplane hangar or the VAB your desired launch location. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to try and go for that leftmost one. So let's give myself plenty of run up here, and I will tell you right now, my piloting skills leave an awful lot to be desired. But I shall do my best. Okay, we're going to throttle right down because I do not want to be going too fast. And of course, I'm already nervous. It doesn't help that there's a frickin' hill just on the other side there either. Okay, get down. Here we go. Go through, go through, go through. Up, 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 up. Ah, jeepers. Okay, that's one. Oh my gosh. That hill makes this terrifying. I think I need to go just a smidge faster than that. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was the leftmost one, so quick save. Oh, I'm about to, okay, let me level off. Maybe then it'll let me quick save. Quick save. Yeah, Okay. So one done. One done. Halfway there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Heart's coming back down to normal again. Let me get out here and again do myself. I wish these engines made a little bit of a noise. They're like dead quiet. All I can hear is the wind. Okay, going around. Oh, I do have lights on this thing. Why don't I light it up a bit? Not that you can really see it. You can see our pilot. I didn't introduce our pilot. Our pilot is Rob DV. Rob's done a lot of plane missions for us. Okay, let's throttle right down again. A little more this time. I want to go a little faster this time because I barely cleared that hill, I think. Oh my god, I'm not lined. Okay, wait, I'm bailing on this one. I'm not lined up very well. Let's try that again. Still not clearing that hill by much. Should turn the other way too. Sorry, had to bail. Was not feeling comfortable on that pass. You think using the IV? I'm seeing in the chat. Using the IV like it from here, you think? I don't know. That scares the heck out of me. I'm not going to do it that way. Saw in the chat of recommendations about the IV mode. I don't know if people are suggesting that or not, but I'm more comfortable out here. Third person. Okay, let's see if we can do this a little better this time. And I think as well, bank left a little bit. I think will help. Okay, slow down. Okay. Let's try this. A little better. And a little bit of a hill just before here too. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh my god, down. Up. No. Okay, that's why we saved. Hit the hill, hit the hill. Okay. Okay. Let's try that again. Got through. I'm wondering, do you think it'd be easier from the... I don't think it'd be easier from the other side. It's that stupid hill that's right there. Okay. We'll try it a couple more times, and then we'll get to our flybys. I don't want to spend too much time with this. Okay, about there. Up. Oh, I don't... Oh boy. Oh boy. Nope. Oh, is Rob at least? Nope. Nope. Okay. Well, this is going to be the last try. Either I do it this try. I did it once. Notice that I did it the first time when I wasn't expecting to do it, and now that I really want to do it, I'm messing it up. But we'll try one more time, and if it doesn't work this time, we're just gonna land, and I'll come back here and my own time and try again, because I don't want to keep subjugating people to endless and repetitive crashes. All right. Well, that one I wasn't very lined up very well, so I think that was sort of the problem on that one. Kind of came in sort of funny like. Jeepers creepers, down, up. No, oh, no, come on, over the hill. No, okay. All right. It's that hill that makes this ridiculous. Okay. All right. So what we're just gonna do? That was it. I gave it the college try. I will come back and do this on my own time because I don't want to have people. Don't want this stream being nothing but me crashing planes. Maybe some people would enjoy that, but I wouldn't. But what I'm going to do is we're just going to land here. And Put it down on the island runway, we'll recover, and then I will do this on my own time. I did it once, so there was a proof of concept. Okay. It's a nice little plane, though. I do like it. I don't know how practical prop planes are really, because I don't know how practical they are in the game. They're harder to build and they're much slower. Okay, but hopefully we can get this down here without too much adventures now. Come on. Okay, throttle up. We are going to run out of runway. Get down. Whoa, bouncy. Come on. Brakes. Brakes. Brakes, 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 brakes. We're okay. We're okay. Okay. You gave it a good try, Rob, but I think what we'll do is we will recover this back. And I'll do this on my own time. What we're going to do instead is we're going to more lifting surfaces. That might be a good idea, Dan. Make this like a tri-plane. Dan says more lifting surfaces to bring that stall speed down, which I think is probably a good idea, but we're good right now. I'll see how I go. I don't want to keep going with this. So, what we want to do a flyby of Eve, get a gravity assist of Eve, and then continue on our way to Moho. And I also want to do a Duna flyby. So what we're going to do, just to sort of set all that up for this stream and the next stream, bring out my Kerbal alarm clock, open up window transfer planner. We're going to use this to help us plop this out. So first of all, just for the Duna one, I'll do this one first because this one's sort of the bad news. If I do the Duna one, and again, I'm not interested in insertion, I'm just doing a flyby. So we'll start from an 80-kilometer orbit of Kerbin. We want to go to Duna. We want to do a flyby, so we'll get it to plot it. Here's the bad news. This ain't coming up for a long time. It is, our departure time is year 3, day 303. It is now year 2, day 65. So unfortunately, that's kind of what it is. You can see there are no attractive windows earlier. Like we get great, like this is in the 10,000 meters per second range if I wanted to leave during these suboptimal times. So I think we will wait for that. So I'm going to add that alarm to alarm clock. That's for the future. What I want to do though is go from Kerbin to Eve to Moho. That's what I want to do today. Now the cheapest way to do this, is to go to your ideal, let's pick it here, Eve window, right? Let's plot that. And there's, oh, I got another Eve window coming up really soon right there too. Do this ideal window. Don't worry about Moho. Then use Eve to get a gravity assist from, or use Eve to get a gravity assist to bring your periapsis of the resulting orbit down to Moho's orbit. So it's just touching Moho. The problem with that is you won't time it out right. And then you're going to have to ride around in that resulting orbit around the sun until you can finagle yourself a Moho encounter. It works just fine. It's pretty cheap, but it's going to take a lot of time. So we're going to do this the quicker way, and I think maybe the dumber way. I'm going to start by looking at what is the window from Eve to Moho. Okay, so we're going to start looking for a window from Eve to Moho, like as if I'm leaving from Eve and I'm not. And you can see I sort of have two, and I'm going to put both of these on Kerbal alarm clock. There's this one right here, which is about 1550, oh, it probably says about 1550 meters per second. But there's also a decent window in this vicinity, if you can see, that's a little bit more, but not crazy more. It might be worth taking advantage of. So I'm going to plot both of those. So let's add that alarm. And what I really want to pay attention to is what is our departure time from Eve here. Departure time here is year 2, day 315. Okay. Now I want to plot this one. All I'm going to do is actually take maybe, I don't know, a couple of 100 days off of that, 250. Let's replot this. Okay, now that's this one really cheap. It's not so bad, 1972. It has a departure time of year 2, day 167. So let's plot that or add that one to the alarm. I kind of really like this one that's leaving Eve, year 2, day 167. So now what I need to do, I got to kind of remember that number. Maybe I should actually even write it down. If you don't, you probably hear my pen clicking. 168, 167. Okay, now let's look at Kerbin to Eve. So Kerbin to Eve, and plot that one. So you can see here's our Kerbin to Eve window. But what I really want to do is find something, let's sort of click around here somewhere, where my arrival time is around that same arrival time that I had before, which was, here, let me click, it was this first one. I didn't have to write it down, I can see it here. Arriving at year 2, sorry, departing at year 2, day 167. So this one is arriving at Eve, year 2, day 1639. That's no good. Let's see, is there something here? Oh, I might not be able, I can't get to Eve that quick. All right, so this one's a bust. I can't get to Eve that quickly. Let's look at this other one. This one has an arrival time, or departure at Eve. I need to get there on year 2, day 315, okay? Open this up, and this anywhere around getting to Eve? Year 350, or year 2, day 358. Let's try and sort of see if I can, if I go down this way, we're shorter in the travel days. I want to get this in around 315. Here's another blue region. Remember the cooler colors. The cooler colors are here. I'm looking at this arrival time. I'm looking for something in a relatively cool color, but in around, arriving at around 315. That's not bad. Let's take off a lot of days here. Let's go between year 2 and today 350. This will allow us to zoom in this map again a little bit. Again, I'm looking for around year, staying in the cool colors. That's too long. I'll find it. It's 317. Ah, here we go. So here I have a window that leaves Kerbin on year 2, day 193, gets to Eve on year 2, day 315, and will and cost me 1,755 meters per second in order to make that transfer. So I'm thinking that is probably a good window for me. I'm realizing what also I should do is take off this flyby option. You'll see why in a second. Let's put in 100 here. I'm going to replot this just one more time. Sorry. Again, I got to re-look for that. 315. One more cooler. There we go. 315. The reason why I wanted to look at is this insertion burn. This insertion burn I'm not going to perform because I want to fly by Eve of 1,578 meters per second. But it does give us an indication of what our velocity is going to be like as we go by Eve. And if I take a look at my Eve to Moho, notice that the transfer ejection is 1,550 meters per second. In other words, these two are very close to being the same. Our ejection from Eve to Moho is very close to our insertion at Eve, which means we will be having enough velocity to carry ourselves to Moho. What we need to do is redirect that velocity so that we'll hit Moho. I'm hoping that kind of makes some sense. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to plot this. Okay. Oh, I already, oh shoot, I didn't mean to plot it. My mistake, I'm sorry. Get it back. Get it back here, 315. I don't know why, there we go. I'm going to put this alarm, and I need to remember this 1,700, I'm going to call it 1,780, and I'm going to write that number down too. Guess I could always look at it too. So now what we got is, hopefully, and I did this once before and it worked great, so is I have a transfer from Kerbin to Eve coming up, not that long, in about 131 days. And then the arrival time for this transfer should coincide with the departure time of this Eve to Moho one, so we should be able to do this all in one go. It isn't the cheapest way to do it, but it probably is going to be the fastest way. Okay, enough rambling. Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing and build. Oh wait, shoot, sorry. I wrote a note to myself not to forget to do something else. And that is pick up new contracts. Oh my gosh. Then we'll build this thing. So, new contracts, I have written them down. Yes, under career evolution. And I have uncrewed flybys. Notice I have do a flyby at Eve contract, so I might as well grab that. I also have a flyby of Duna contract. I'm not doing that today, but I'm hoping to do that in the next stream. Might as well grab that one. There is a flyby to Moho contract, but notice that in order to get this contract to be active, I have to do a flyby of Jewel? And I mean, I do kind of get that, and historically that is about right, but Jewel's easier than Moho is for sure, so I kind of understand why that's there. But I don't have the antennas to reach Jewel, so I can't. Whatever. It's kind of what it is. So, and also here, notice that to do a flyby of the moon of Eve, which is obviously Gilly, I have to first do a flyby of Eve. I guess that kind of makes sense. Oh well, but we'll grab those two because those are nice and easy to do. And I also have under the Collect Science tab. Where's Collect Science here? Collect Science. I have collect scientific data from space around Kerbin. That's always an easy grab. And I also have collect science from space around Eve. And I'm noticing, that's giving me my max contracts. No problem. I got lots of money. Let's upgrade mission control. There we go. Collect science, collect science. There it is. Let's grab that, collect some scientific data. Oh, from the surface of Eve. Oh, I thought this said space around. Okay, we're not going to do that. All right, I didn't have to upgrade it, but that's okay. All right, let's get in here. Let's finally build something. Time to build something. Let's do it. So we're going to start with, we already have been to Eve once. The Eve 1 crashed into both Eve and Gilly. So we're going to just try and save ourselves as much time as we can by modifying this. Now this thing is 2 probes. One went to Eve and one went to Gilly. That's not going to be required. So I'm going to get rid of this upper one. We need to make, need to make that the root part. And then we can grab this and get rid of it. Okay. Alright, so we need to give myself a little bit of a budget. I had 1780, and then I'm going to give me an extra 500 for finagling, so around 2280, 2300 meters per second. And you can see I'm already kind of in that ballpark, which is nice. But I do want to do some modifications to this thing. Let's put this over to the side because I want to modify the science that we're going to be doing. And specifically, if I open up the probe here, this thing was set to do the telemetry report and the light experiment. And I picked up both of those because they're pretty low cost experiments to run. They don't take a lot of electricity and they run very, very quickly. But now that I'm going there for the second time, I want to do something else. So I want to add to the mix the sight experiment. Now, unfortunately, if I configure this probe and configure the crude, I only have 2 slots, and I want to keep both of those. So what I need to do is get another probe body, stick that onto the top. We'll color this gold again. In fact, I'm going to turn the wheel authority right off because it won't need all that wheel authority for sure. And then we're going to configure this one. And it's going to do, I'll show you the experiment I'm looking at. I am looking at the site experiment. Okay, and then this one will be on none. And the site experiment I avoided before because it takes an hour to run. And I figured I probably wouldn't transmit much of this data anyway. And also, its electricity cost is much higher than the other ones are going to be. So we're going to have to kind of... Actually, it's not the electricity cost, I'm sorry. The data cost is huge. Notice 12.4 megabytes of data. To put that into some perspective, this probe core right now holds only 2 megabytes of data. So I'm going to put this up to... Oh, yeah, let's put these both up to 8. I have 2 of them. So that gives me 16 megabytes of data storage. That should be okay. So now this one can run the site experiment. This one can run the telemetry report and the light experiment. This one can do the radiation scan. I got a Geiger counter on there, and we'll do a temperature report like we did before. Okay, that should all be good. Now, let's go down to the planner and see if there's anything else I need to sort of worry about here. My electrical consumption is now up to... Are these antennas factored into it? They are. 0.455 units of electric charge per second. And if you look, I'm only generating 0.429 electric charge per second. So my electrical generation is a bit short. But don't forget, we're heading towards the sun. So let's switch this to Eve. And you can see with Eve, I'm actually generating, when I'm that much closer to the sun, 0.804 units of electric charge per second. That's plenty. And this is taking into account that some of these solar panels will be in the shadow at any one point and that kind of stuff. So electrical generation, again, is going to be fine, even with the extra experiments. How about batteries? I might want to think about batteries. Let's see. To figure out batteries, let's put it in the shadow. And this will run for 22 minutes and 9 seconds just on battery power alone. The site experiment, if I can figure this probe, takes an hour to run. I would like it, you know, it's possible we might be flying by and getting into some shadow. So it would be nice if we could run that for an hour just on batteries. So let's add on some batteries. See, I might have to get into these guys. Oh, 3 of those did an hour and 6 minutes. Okay, that is looking like it's pretty good. I'm just going down my checklist. Are there other things I want to do? I don't think there is. I think this is looking pretty all right. So, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I think this is a thing. Now, I can see here it's only got 1,957 meters per second at delta V. I would really like it to have more than around 2,300 meters per second at delta V for this. So I could add more fuel tanks. The other thing I looked at, I'm not quite sure. I put on the Spark engine because it was the lightest one, but I also have the Pug engine, which is a 1.25 meter engine. And its delta V is better. It has 330 meters per second of vacuum delta V, while this one is 320. So just for an experiment, it has less thrust though. Oh, that made a difference. 2,336. Shoot, I think that's already getting pretty good. I think I might be onto something already. Let's see. So we got this. We got... Put this on maybe 6-way symmetry. Just noticing the batteries. Is there a better place? I'm debating my battery location. This is 1,200. Right, they're 400 each times 3. What if... Can I get 12 of these guys? These guys are 100 each, these little ones. Sorry, these little ones. This is 6-way symmetry on the top, or it's a hex probe. It's got 6 sides. What if I did this? And then took this and slid it to the side. This might not look bad. And then do that again. I don't think that's terrible. I like that better than these four here. And this is the same amount of electrical storage as this has. It should still be able to run for an hour. Yep. I think it's looking pretty good. I think I'm onto something. Okay, let's check things like lights and stuff. Are these all ready to turn on? Yep. And the fairing is on there. Antennas are on there. I think I might have something. I think this might be it. This is going to be, what do we call this thing? It's going to Eve and Moho. So this is the Evoho one. Evoho 1. Okay. Oh, wait, no. Thank you. I hit launch instead of save. That would have been bad. Okay. Let's see. Can I build me a fairing? I think we're already onto something. Be a little bit bigger just to get around those tanks. Yeah. Why is it being that way? I want this just to be straight. There we go. And this is already clamshell deploy. Should be okay. Can I get away with the exact same booster that I've been using for all of these? That is the question. I don't like the way that shroud is looking. Get the shroud off, and then we'll just edit this fairing there. And we'll put that. That will cover it up nicer. There we go. 3,942 meters per second. Let's check that staging out, but this can easily get this thing. Of course, it's smaller than what I had before. I might be able to get away with a smaller... Let's take this away just for a moment. This is only 2.0 tons. 2.0 tons. I might be able to get away with a smaller booster. Not really. Okay, we're going to go back with this one. That's fine. That's fine. It's good. It's okay to... And you know what? I've been complaining about how this booster is old. Let's put on a smart part. It is the DrainX1 smart part. What this smart part does... These smart parts are awesome, by the way. I think they're... You get all kinds of them, and they can trigger all kinds of events. You can do all kinds of programming, simple programming with them. I'm using this in probably the simplest way. It's looking for the resource that's on here, which is solid fuel, and when that gets down to 0, it's going to activate the stage group. So basically, when this is empty, it'll stage for me. So I think that's a nice thing to have. And then what I'm going to do is I do have Separatrons now. You know what? Instead of Separatrons, I don't want to put Separatrons in here. It's just so tight. I'm worried that the exhaust from the Separatrons is going to be more effort than it's worth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these tiny little fins, the small fins, and put 2 here. And then we're going to rotate them ever so slightly that way, so that when this detaches, the airstream will push the booster away from the rocket rather than them. It should help it peel away nicely. Let's put another pair on the other side and do the exact same thing. Oh, I put on 2 smart parts. I can see that's not necessary. Fix that in a second. There we go. And then just to clean this up a bit, I'm just going to translate these inside. That. Same with this one. That should help these boosters peel away. That's a nice, simple thing to do. I'm noticing this smart part. Just a single one. Don't need one on each side. Because obviously it'll stage this at the same time this one. Okay. So we've improved this booster just a little bit. What I'm going to do is add it. I'll update this so that in the future, here, I'll just grab this and drop it. This is the Swivel RT2 booster. Boom. New Swivel RT2 booster. There we go. All right. Okay, let's go going through our checklist. Fine print. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything on this contract. The contract I am looking at is... Boop, boop. I got a lot of plane contracts because I want to keep playing with planes. Science data from space around Kerbin. Let's not forget to do that. Flyby Eve and interplanetary flyby. So let's check each of these, make sure there's nothing I'm missing. That one's straightforward enough. Flyby Eve, straightforward enough. Flyby Eve. Interplanetary flybys. Flyby 3 different planets. And then option, oh look at you, get extra science for flying by moons too. Okay, that's something to keep in mind. Neat. 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 Okay, but I don't think I'm missing anything as far as fine print goes. She should have control. There should be a KOS chip in there. I believe it is still... Yeah, I can see it. It's hiding in there. The probe has been configured. Science is set up. Power generation, electrical storage, antenna strength is good. Data storage I dealt with. Propulsion I dealt with. RCS is irrelevant. Parachutes are irrelevant. Thermal protection are irrelevant. Lights are lights. Upgrades, is this engine here upgraded? No, it is not. Let's upgrade that engine. Because this engine's is going to be doing a lot of work over a long period of time. Oh, my Delta V went down a bit with that. Okay, we're going to need to do a little bit of fixing. Okay. Okay. So this knocked my Delta V down to 2155, and I want the Delta V on this probe to be more like 2300. Is there anywhere I want to sneak? I got to sneak on some more fuel. Sneak on a bit more fuel. Okay, these are my smallest little tanks. You know what I could do? What if I took the science off, put it on the top? There's no reason why I can't. Or actually, better yet, why don't I just put more fuel on the top? That doesn't add too much, do you? That doesn't add too much either. I don't want to add too much fuel. What about a little Oscar? That's 2441. That'll be plenty. There we go. That's got that. I think I need to edit this fairing though. All right. So 2435 in this probe. Its thrust to weight is 1.31. That is fine. The engine quality is now high. The launch thrust is 1.31, so I'd like to get a little bit more thrust on the bottom end here. I'd like it to be about 1.33. There we go. The core stage has a thrust to weight ratio of 1.88, which should be fine. And we got 3,841 meters per second to get this into. I think it should be good. Okay, so that's been fixed. Fairing deploy, I think should be okay. Staging. Check the staging. Those. That goes here. Okay. All right. So you know what I think I'm going to do though with this one? A little tank floating here. Is like I haven't been testing these things recently. I think I've done enough modifications to make sure that I'm going to give it a test. we're going to give it a test here. So, whoops, I didn't mean to open that. I meant to close this. That's what I meant to do. And the checklist we're going to close. Let's give it a test by running this through a simulated launch. So start that simulation. So again, this one is just a simulation. If it blows up or something, it blows up. And we know that something's not right. All right, so yeah, not much to this really. Let's run launch at, actually, sorry, opening up. Probably this has a launch inclination. It does. It has an ejection inclination of 13.76. I might as well put that in there. 13.76, 80-kilometer orbit. Okay, this is just a test. Off we go. Because I did do some modifications. Oh, I probably don't need these big fins on here anymore. Oh well. And then we're going to have to time warp to our launch window. I see a question about, Trevor asked about the flags here. These flags are a part that's in the game, and they match whatever the mission flag is that you happen to pick. And you can actually, I believe, oh, I can't edit them here. I think you can edit them, have them do different things. I'm just lazy and always just use whatever my mission flag is. But this is a stock part, these things. All right, coming to booster separation, and these should now separate on their own. There they go, and they separate far more cleanly than they did before. That is nice. Okay. My advice for people that want to start modding their game is, I'm getting a lot of questions to talk about mods in the chat, is to use CCAN. CCAN is your friend. I have the whole list, and almost all except for maybe one or two of the contract packs can be installed through CCAN. I think that's just the easiest way to go. I tried giving people just mod packs and things like that in zip files, and it always seems not to go very well. So my advice is, yeah, you do it yourself. You just have to work through it. It doesn't take too long to install them with CCAN. And in fact, although I'm not quite sure when this will be going out, I am planning on starting a tutorial video on installing mods. That's my next tutorial project. But I haven't started it yet, so I'm not quite sure when that will be coming out. Probably not until we are into the middle of May, would be my guess. Okay, anyway, this seems to be doing fine. So this is using the KRASH simulator. You can see the kind of wireframey effect there to let me know that I'm doing a simulation. And it's costing me money. It's almost up to about 2,000 Kerb bucks for the cost of this simulation. But to make sure that this thing is going to work when it comes to launch day, I think it's a worthwhile thing. Okay, fairings separated, a little herky-jerky, but it seemed to work okay. Nothing broke. That's the important part. Okay, what is our apoapsis at? Apoapsis is at 67 kilometers. It will cut thrust when it gets up to 80. There we go. Can I time warp now without this shaking like heck? Yeah, it does. I'm time warping fine. Oh, no. There, don't, did up. I think it's this gimbaling. Let's turn that down. It's a combination of gimbaling and reaction wheels fighting with each other that causes that kind of Wonkiness. What if I did some auto strutting? Grab that and auto strut. Auto strut to the heaviest part. Oh, I'm in space now anyway. Okay, deploying everything. Lights are on. Okay, I don't have to finish this off. It's 178 meters per second. There's 500 to do the circularization. 586 meters per second left in the booster. Clearly, that is fine. So we're going to terminate this. And we got some time warping to do. So we're going to save that. We're going to leave. And we're going to do a little bit of editing here. I'm going to take this launch window. I'm going to give myself a 6 hour, which is 1 Kerbin day margin. So it'll stop the time warping a day before. So we'll do that. That should be right now, right? I'm assuming it's right. Just didn't think like this changed. Put this back to 0. Close alarm details. Why is this date to the alarm? Oh, no, I don't know. I'll trust it. We'll trust it. Okay. I shouldn't be so paranoid. Okay. And, okay, for those people that have, I'm going to give my seizure warning here because we're going to go through a lot of days. There we go. Flashing through the days. Oh, my seismic scan from the Kerbin's grasslands are done. That is this little rover here. Got to find a new biome to plunk them in. But that's for another time. So we whip past the days. All right. Oh, there has been a problem with the reaction wheel on Octo 1. Reaction wheels on the heck. Oh, everything is starting to break. That's okay. Those things break over time. Those are old probes. I can turn off those notifications, by the way, too. Octo 1 in particular has had, like, I don't know, like half a dozen things break with it. Okay, we are here. Coming to the end of this alarm. There we go. And we're going to close it. I want to keep this alarm because it has all kinds of launch details. And we're just going to go right to it. We're going to launch. So this is the Evoho 1. Launch. Launching the Evoho 1. Hopefully going to Eve and then on its way to Moho. That is the plan. Okay. So we're going to run our launch times. I did this with my last 2 interplanetary encounters. This says here it has an ejection angle. That's what it takes as a parameter of 196.35 degrees retrograde. So 196.35, and it takes that as a parameter, and then it spits back to me 2 launch times that it wants me to do. It wants me to launch at 2:27 or 5:27, and 2:27 is the one coming up first, so we're going to launch to that. And again, just to try again, I'll admit it's a little goofy what I do. Most people don't do this, but oh my gosh, I can't move that window. There we go. Let's show the ejection angle. What I'm doing at 2:27, our launch site will be 90 degrees to this ejection angle. So it's going to be over here in the middle of the night. And I need to go, or want to go, into our ejection inclination is 13.6 degrees. So what this is telling me is we want to be going upwards, right? This is where our ejection angle is, so we're going to be pushing up this part of our orbit. So we want this to be going down so that when we eject out in that direction, we will be going northwards because it's a positive inclination. So I need to launch 13.76 degrees towards the south at 227. So let's do that. So, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in run launch negative. What was it again? Ejection 13.76. We'll go into an 80-kilometer orbit. Not going to do it now. I'm just typing that in. I'm going to quick save because I often mess up when time warping, and I got to go to 227. Then we'll launch. 227. I'm just looking at my numbers and making sure I got that all right. It's going to be a while before we get our next launch window. Okay, 227. Come on. I should put a feature that you can get KOS to actually do the auto time warp. Should maybe somehow try and figure that out. All right, we're at 227. I'm sure that's close enough. Let's do this. Oh, what? Oh, I put in, I can't type, run launch negative 13.76. I actually typed comma 76. 80 and try. What? Oh, I spelled launch wrong. Oh my gosh. Time's ticking. Actually, it's not that critical. Oh, I put in a comma again. 76 80 N. We okay this time, please? Yeah, looks like it. Okay, it's happy. And we're off. Keep these window details open. Yep. And again, just to sort of explain this ejection inclination, by putting yourself into an inclined parking orbit and just launching yourself prograde from that and launching yourself, and we will be leaving Kerbin's SOI at an inclination of 13.76 degrees, that takes care of the normal component of this burn, which is 928.7 meters per second. And that saves me over 200 meters per second. What's that? If you look at the difference between the ejection delta V and just the prograde part, I'm saving this normal component, which 262 meters per second I'm saving if this all goes right. We'll see. We'll see how she goes. Of course, the first thing is I got to get up there. The ascending node, actually it'll be the descending node because I'm launching. Benjamin asks, so does that mean the ascending node will be exactly on the blue perpendicular line? It'll actually be the descending node, but this descending node is 90 degrees from our ejection line here. So this is a 90-degree angle. And the other time I could have launched was at the opposite side of the planet here, which is also obviously 90 degrees, but there I would have been launching 13.76 degrees towards the north. Those are my two options. And again, the alternative to doing this silly going into an inclined orbit is to simply go into an equatorial parking orbit, and when you go to do your ejection, putting in this normal part, this 928.7 meters per second normal part to your ejection burn, I should, at least what I put in should be a lot smaller than that. We'll see. All right, just passing 40 kilometers. Still going. Again, unfortunately, a night launch. I could have gone around to the other side and did it in the day, but I didn't. I got to remember to get some science around space around Kerbin. I shan't forget that. If I do, we'll be up into, obviously, around Kerbin again. Okay, so 50, there goes, ooh, one of the, now they're all gone. A little bit of a sticky fairing separation. Just reading through the chat. Yeah, Dan says it's quite the way I do. It's quite a step up in difficulty. Yeah, I like doing things the hard way. I don't know why. I mean, they give me this inclination angle. I want to use it. Okay, we must have reached our target apoapsis. We have. Oh, I want to again auto strut this so I can do some time warping. Stiffen up that whole rocket. Time warp our way out of the atmosphere. Okay, just about there. Setting up our circularization. I'll let it find that maneuver, set itself up, and then we'll time warp to that. Okay. And then comes the moment of truth. All right, 20 seconds from the burn. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And again, we're going to have a lot of fuel left in this booster, so we'll use this for the first part of our ejection. Might as well use it if you got it. All right, so there we go. Vessel burn is complete. Program has ended. We shall put this onto its normal vector once again. This window isn't open. Okay, that's just for the solar panels. Okay, so in theory, I need to put the burn right underneath this line. That's our ejection angle line right there. And this should be, again in theory, 1,513 meters per second. Might need to, this is coming up pretty quick. 1,513 meters per second. So there's our ejection. Going off at a funny angle, but remember this isn't the ideal time to be leaving Eve. Let's pick Eve as a target. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, the burn's coming up in just a minute, so I'm going to pop it ahead in orbit. Pretty close. Just got to select it here. We're going to go ahead one orbit so that the burn will go around. We'll do it on the next go around. All right, let's see if we can tweak this in a little closer. So first thing I want to, whoops, this is so in the way. Actually, I don't need this anymore. Close that, there we go. Actually, you can close the alarm clock. I don't need that either. Okay. Select the maneuver. Let's first start playing around with the timing a little bit. See if we can not close this in. That's closer, 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 closer. Oh, further, further. 168. Okay, so right about there. So, about there's as close as that. Now I'll play a little bit with the prograde. Is that making it? That's making it worse. That's making it better. Putting in less. In fact, I'm going to put it in a lot less. Oh, that's as close as that got. .480, okay, and a little bit more playing with the timing. Well, the timing was right. Now let's see if we put in some normal. That is making it better. Let's up the scale a little bit. Again, want to get, well, that's making it worse again. Now I'm going to keep playing with this until I get it right. 1594, that's pretty close. Let's see, retrograde. That's worse. That's better. That's worse. Normal. Keep doing it until it gets better. Until it gets worse. That's making it worse. Should be hitting Eve pretty... Oh, wait. I can see how much normal I got to put in because I got to bring that descending node icon all the way over there. So let's add quite a bit. That was too much. Too much adjusting the prograde retrograde-y part. Oh, here we go. So you can see I have put in a bit of normal to this. There is 253, but remember it was something like 900 and something I was supposed to put in. And it's just because, you know, my whole insertion wasn't perfect. So it did save me a bit of fuel. Where is Eve in all of this? There it is. Focus that view. I want to get this in as close as I can. I can see I definitely need to come northwards. This is always, I'm sorry, the tedious part of this. I don't know a way of not having this be tedious. Oops, this way. That's closing in. And we're going to want to... Trying to think which side of Eve do I want to go on. We can adjust this mid-course. I definitely want to come in more or less in Eve's equatorial plane. Well, we'll keep it like this for now. And we'll make a mid-course correction, but definitely for now I think that's good enough. We'll do a correction in here somewhere. You can see how quickly we're going to be getting to Eve so that we can make our transfer to Moho. Hopefully this will all kind of work out. Let's get ourselves to the burn. Want to make sure this is not... Yeah, let's turn this down so the thrust to weight isn't silly. Oh, I'm doing the gimbling again. I always do that. That's good. Okay, let's get ourselves there. We're not going to use KOS. We'll do this manually. Put the view on free. It's better that way. Moon Mapper 1 batteries are almost empty. I'm not even... Oh, that's one of my mapping satellites. I should go in there and start disabling a lot of these notifications if they start getting too annoying. I don't care about Moon Mapper 1. Oh, it's back. Okay, on to our vector we go. So this is a 1,075 meter per second burn compared to, what was its prediction? Ejection delta V, 1,775. So I saved pretty much 100 meters per second. That's not bad. By doing this inclined orbit business. And if I don't end up getting that Moho, well, one way or another, we'll get a Moho encounter out of this, unless something goes really disastrously. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. We'll use up what's left in this booster stage. And then we'll finish it off on the little probe. Off we go. This guy's got to finish it off all by its lonesome. Very, very quiet pug engine. Okay. Oh, wait, we can time warp. Sitting here just sort of watching it. It's like everyone's falling asleep because it's taking so long. But let's do a little physics time warping. Speed this along. Okay, let's take time warp off. Okay, throttle down. And I should have gone looked at this from Eve's perspective, but I didn't. I just forgot. There we go. We'll cut it there. Okay, and then we'll correct for this on our way out of here. Let's put this onto, well, other way. Just want these solar panels perpendicular to the ecliptic, so they give some nice solar exposure. There we go. And I did say something about science about Kerbin, so let's grab an easy science experiment like the temperature scan. Now I have collected all of the temperature scan I can, but what I can do, if I click on info, I can do a force run, which collects data, but that data doesn't have any science. So what I want to do is just do this until it says 200%. I've collected 200%. And then we'll transmit that home, and then that should do the contract, even though it's no science. But Kerbalism puts that in there so that, you know, you don't get messed up. Okay, so we're over 200%. No science to get. We can stop the force run. Close that. Put that back on waiting. And there, our science contract went green. So there's our contract for that. Okay, the rest of this is doing the flybys. So let's set up an alarm. Don't need this alarm anymore. Let's set an alarm for our sphere of influence change. Get rid of this. And say goodbye to Kerbin. Say goodbye, everybody. We're on our way out of here once again. And now we've already been outside of Kerbin's SOI a couple of times. Okay, that's our alarm. We've still got a minute to go, so let's go until we've made the change. There we go. I don't think, no, there's no science to collect out here because we've already been out here a little bit before. The site experiment is no good around the sun. So there's no science to collect. But what I want to do is... Oh my god, is this? That's Eve. Oh, okay, it's just, I thought it was already giving me a Moho. Of course it isn't. So it's not... I wanted to get it to... Sorry. It's not showing my trajectory. Oh, yes, it is. It's this purple one. Okay, so we need to play with this. So this purple trajectory is the trajectory after I've flown by Eve. You can see I'm on the wrong side of Eve. It's actually boosting my orbit out towards Duna. I want to bring my orbit down towards Moho. So what I need to do is do myself a correction, and usually that means somewhere around the halfway point. There's our ship, about here. And this time we will focus our view on Eve. Okay. So I'm on the wrong side. That's okay, that's easily remedied. I'm going to do a little bit of radial. Where's our maneuver? Select a maneuver. A little bit of radial. Does this move it? I just want to make sure I'm going to move it in the right direction. That's the wrong direction. I can probably have more. That's the right direction. Need to come on the other side of the planet. I also want to get the timing of this better. So what I'm going to do is just select this, put the time way up. Why'd you do that? Oh, because I lost the... And nope, that makes it worse. So earlier would be better. So now I'm just adjusting the time to get the most sort of bang for my buck. I don't want to come out this far for sure. Wow, I should have been a lot earlier. Am I coming like really close to being right in front of the... I'm coming really close to doing the burn right now. That's okay. Okay, let's take a lot of... Whoops, that was a mistake. Let's take a lot of this burn away. Clearly doesn't need to be that big. I think the sooner the better for this burn. By judging, like I'm only now a day away. I'm now hours, minutes away. Okay. We're going to do this burn very soon, right away once I've set it up. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to take a look at... I got to keep an eye on this periapsis because I can't let it go into Eve's atmosphere. And what I want to do is get myself a Moho encounter. So I'm going to switch my target to Moho. I'm going to select this maneuver. And I want to get this periapsis as low as it can go. Let's see how I do. That way. Nope, the other way. Hopefully... I can see I'm missing Moho entirely. Oops, that was prograde. That's not what I want. That way. Oh, what do we got happening here? Not too far. Not too far at all. I think I need to add a little bit of normalness to this. Whoops, the other way maybe. Okay, this is just going to require a little bit of tweaking. Oh, I'm kind of excited. To come this way, I can tell. Oh, back. Come on, come back. Oh, that made it worse. This is always so fiddly, but it's worth it. And I'm like changing the burn. Look at the burn. It's only 4 meters per second. Like this is just a teeny, tiny little burn. Okay. Just want to get an idea of what direction makes it worse and what direction makes it better. That's making it better. Okay, keep going this way. Okay, a little normal. Ah, now I'm closing in on it. I was just adjusting too much. Oh my gosh, this is close. I have the scale as low as it will go. I think I'm just going to, I'm using the mouse wheel to scroll now. This is so close to it. I'll never burn it this precisely anyway. Come on, you want it, you want it, I know you do. How close can you get this? You know, I can clearly just do another... Ah ha ha! There it is. So I'm just outside of Kerbin's SOI. We're coming around here. We're blowing by Eve here. Eve is adjusting our trajectory, and here we are encountering Moho. I'm not even going to look at what my deal is with Moho, because frankly, I don't care. We'll almost for sure be doing a further adjustment. I just want to make sure, yeah, this is Eve, that I'm not going through Eve's, okay, see, that, yeah. All of that fiddling around, it works perfectly great as long as I go through the planet. Okay, so that's no good, as you can obviously see. So what we're going to need to do, this is okay, is we're going to come outwards just a little bit and be just above Eve's atmosphere, maybe a little bit above Eve's atmosphere. And then what we're going to end up doing is doing a little bit of a prograde burn right there as our closest approach to Eve. That is what's going to be necessary. So we are missing Moho just a little bit. But that's okay. We're going to make this work. We're going to make this work easy peasy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this burn right now. It is only a 4.5 meter per second burn, and I'm going to do this manually because I want to watch. Excellent. Okay, and also I'm noticing the burn time is 0.3 seconds. That's not cool. So we're going to turn this thrust way down. There we go. All right, I'm excited. I'm getting excited now. I wasn't super confident that this was going to work, and now I'm a lot more confident than I was. All right, so we want to burn and match this trajectory here. So here we go. This isn't too much. And again, all I really want is that periapsis to be just a little bit. Maybe, oh, a little more, a little more. Just want to be well above Eve's atmosphere when we go to come in here and do this burn. That's going to be a nice buzz by Eve, I tell you. And that's going to get us very close to intersecting Moho around here. We're going to just have to do a very slight burn right at Eve's closest approach. But that's going to knock off for sure requirements for these contracts. So what are we at for time? We're going to get this done. We're going to get this done. Awesome sauce. Oh, I'm kind of curious too. I don't even know. We'll see how close we get to these alarms that are here. Not that it's all that important anymore. Okay, so let's position for our solar panels here. That last thing I want is to lose contact. Okay, and then we'll add an alarm for our crossing Eve's SOI. Let's put this alarm over here on the other side. So we're going to be crossing Eve's SOI in 109 days. I don't know how close our closest approach here will be to this, but you know what? It doesn't really matter. It's all set up now. Let's do it. Let's get to Eve. Okay, Moon Mapper 1. Okay, this is getting annoying. I'll show you how you can get rid of. So Moon Mapper 1's giving me warnings again, just to show you. You can go to config. That's it, and you can select. You don't even have to go to the actual thing as well. Where's Moon Mapper 1? You're getting on my nerves. So Moon Mapper 1, and then here are the messages you're going to receive. So stop giving me messages about Moon Mapper's 1's battery. I don't care. And in fact, while we're at it, Octo 1 was also having a really rough time. How bad is Octo 1 doing? It's not bad. Its solar panels just need to be fixed. Okay, I thought it was worse, but stop giving me warnings about config. Stop giving me warnings about Octo 1's battery too. You're getting on my nerves. I don't like it. Okay, back to this. Okay. back to this. Time warping to our encounter with Eve. 10 more science from the moon's sight science from the moon's. I can't remember. Didn't see when it was the twin craters, maybe. So we're coming around the sun. Coming around the sun. Oh, haha. Philip de Sousa says you should be doing your maneuver before you reach Eve, because you're going to be losing your connection. That is very, very possible. Thank you for reminding me. I didn't check on that, but it's okay. We can actually perform a maneuver without a connection. I'll show you that in just a little bit. But right now, let's get ourselves into this SOI. We're encountering Eve now for the second time. There we go. Oh, Flyby Eve is done. It's happy with that already. As soon as I entered in Eve's SOI, it was happy with that. And we should be collecting some science. We're collecting the site experiment, because we never brought the site experiment here before. Okay, so what we need to do, first of all, Philippe is 100% right. We need to look at our connection to Kerbin. You can see our connection line. Yeah, we're very likely to be on the communication shadow of Eve when we come around to here, but KOS can still perform that burn for us, so it doesn't matter as long as I do it with KOS. So we need to, I'm pretty sure, for this burn, do just a little bit of prograde. Might be a little more to it than that. Oh, I'm going to need more than this. To adjust this a little more. Where's our... Oh, we're way out over here. Oh, shoot. Ah, okay. So it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I need some normal, but I don't think the dime... I don't think now is the time to be doing a normal correction. Okay. Okay, it didn't quite work out as well as I thought. So, okay, no normal correction. That'd be the wrong time to do a normal burn, because around right here, oh, not right here, when we're close to Eve, like here, well, we can see Eve's magnetic field. We're going to be passing through it. But when we're really close to Eve, like we are right here, that is the correct time to do a prograde or retrograde burn, taking advantage of the Oberth effect, but is the wrong time to do a normal correction. I'm just going to adjust the timing here a little bit. I think I'm quite on that periapsis. That's close enough. Okay, so what we're going to do... I'm not 100% sure I'm doing this the most efficiently as I can, but we're going to do our best. Okay. Going to add a little bit of normal here, or prograde. No retrograde? Yeah, I've gone too far. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I can see I need to bring this trajectory down, but I think I'm going to deal with that with a normal correction out here. I still have 1,328 meters per second left in this vessel. So it's going to work out just fine. But unfortunately, if I was paying more attention, I could have dealt with the normal component of this by how I'm approaching Eve. But it's too late to sort of deal with that now. I think we're just going to deal with the whole thing. So this burn is going to take 7 minutes because my thrust limiter is stupid. 16 seconds, that sounds good. Okay. And then we're going to get out KOS. And as long as I start my KOS script before I lose my connection, KOS will go ahead and do it for me anyway. Here, I'm not going to do any of these moons. I don't know where Gilly is. Okay, where are we here? All right, let's add a maneuver. Give myself like tons of warning because I want to really watch. Okay. I really want to pay attention to my communication here. I don't want to start the script now because it'll orient the ship. Oh, there's some 15 science from the site. Another 15 science from the site. This is biome specific, so it's collecting over different biomes as it comes in. There's Gilly going by. We'll come back for you, Gilly, sometime. And I am pretty sure we are going to lose our communication link here. I'm going to get a little bit closer. And it'll still collect science without communication or anything like that. It just clearly can't transmit it. Oh, that's our alarm for the maneuver. Yeah, I think I'm going to come a little closer. I can see I still got communication for a little bit. And actually, I should probably do it now. The last thing I need is like the moon or something to get in the way. Okay, so I'm going to run my X-Man script. That's the maneuver editor or executor. Don't need this anymore. Okay. You can watch from here. Looks like we're going to hit Eve. Not this time. Last time we had a tragic encounter with Eve. Not this time. Right? Is it just me or does it look like I'm not going to hit it? This is making me nervous. Okay, we're 3 minutes from the burn. Still have our connection. Some more science transmitted from the light experiment. We just lost our connection. But this program is active. It is going. Okay, we have 1 more minute to the burn. Okay, 30 seconds to the burn. Let's stop the time warping, let this do what it needs to do. And yeah, we getting. I like the way Kerbalism too. When you lose your connection, you get no information about what's going on with your probe. It's like, oh, we don't know. We can't communicate with it. Get your communication back, and we'll see what's happening. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. I'm a little disappointed. I could have plotted my course around to Eve better but oh well. It's okay. It's okay. Don't need a, well, I will need alarm clock a little bit. Okay, burn is complete. Program has ended. Get rid of the maneuver node. Oh, I can't delete the maneuver node because I don't have a connection. Fine. Be that way. Let's get our connection back. So we come around back out of Eve's communication shadow. There we are. We've got all kinds of science we were collecting while we were there, and we're on our way back out. Let's orient this again for solar panel purposes. That is 1 flyby down, 1 more to go. We're definitely going to get to that this stream. Okay, let's add a maneuver for leaving the SOI. Let's go. More science coming our way. This is so much better than the impactor. Impactors really historically weren't really a thing. I mean, there were impactors sent to the moon, but that was really more an exercise in, you know, can we get a spaceship? Can we navigate and control the spaceship to be able to hit the moon rather than an actual scientific exercise. And then once you're able to control it to that extent, you're way better off doing flybys and all of that kind of stuff than you are doing... If you can do an impactor, you can do a flyby. So why on earth would you ever do an impactor? Doesn't make any sense. So you can see how much more science we're getting from this flyby. How much science is this thing? This thing's transmitted... It's over 150 credits of science it's transmitted so far. Let's keep going. Let's get out of... Say bye to Eve. Excellent. Okay. And we'll just, again, just leave the SOI here. There we go. We are now orbiting the sun once again. Say goodbye to Eve. Say hello to Moho. So, we are missing by a little bit, but a bit of normal correction here. I'm hoping we'll clear this right up. So, let's see. I think I have to come, whoops, select that maneuver again, come southwards. I think I'm going to need more. Oh, maybe radially out. I might have overcooked it a little bit while I was doing that burn. How can it be way over there, our encounter? I think I definitely overcooked it. More normal down. We'll see. So now I'm just playing purely with radial parts and the normal parts. This is probably turning into a significant burn. Basically, when this AN and PN are together, and periapsis are together, you're probably pretty close to the right spot. We'll see. A little more this way. Getting closer. Do I want to know how much this burn is? How much is this burn up to? Oh my gosh! How on earth did this burn end up being so much? There's no way. Okay, let's try playing around with this a little bit. Where are we? I'm losing track of where we're at. We're here. I think I put the burn in a really dumb spot without really paying attention. I think I did. I put the burn in a really dumb spot. Oh my gosh. I think... Methinks? I hope, anyway. Oh, I'm not encouraged, folks. I'm sorry. I don't think this is going to work out. Ah! Why is that so much? There's no way it should be that much. Let's start over. There's no way... it should be as much as that. Okay. We might have to do some orbits here, is what I'm thinking. I might have not done this very well. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Okay. We can rectify this. Okay, make that a 0. Bring that back. Normal. So I'm looking at, let's get this out of the way. This AN here. This is where we're crossing Moho's orbit. But you can see Moho's way over here, and I'm... Jeez. Unfortunately, it's looking like the normal correction to get this part of the orbit down enough is not going to work. Not quite sure what happened there, but it's what it is. So we're going to do this burn, and we're going to go for our encounter right here. We can do this. So we're going to add a second maneuver. There we go, and play with the prograde / retrograde part. Come on, you want it, you want it. I go a little too fast. It's looking like we're going to have to do an extra orbit here. Oh, there's too many icons all on top of each other. Really close here. That's a hit. I don't know if you can see it in there, but it is. But what's happening is I'm going to do this normal correction here, which is both of these two burns are very small. Well, that one's pretty big. 200 meters per second normal correction. Then we're going to do a little burn here, and then we're going to have to do one more orbits the way this is going to work out. Unfortunately, that's what it is. I didn't quite get what I wanted, but life is like that sometimes. Maneuver. Add this burn. Okay. This burn's coming up in 39 days. Let's do it. A lot of going around the sun. We will fly by Moho. Luckily, we still got a long, long way until we get to our Kerbin to Duna encounter. Okay, we're going to once again open up KOS. We're going to run our maneuver executor. Tiny little burn here. Let's time warp a little closer. All right, 5, 4, no, here it comes. A little bit on, I don't know why. Oh no, it was right on. Oh, this has a 3-second countdown. No, it's doing a 5-second countdown. Okay. All right, there we go. And now we got 102 meter per second burn coming up here. And that burn, let's focus this on Moho, will get us our encounter. But we're going to have to go around one more time, unfortunately. We'll do a little bit of tweaking on this. See. Oh, that was too much. Tiny tweaks. I think that's good enough for now. We'll probably have to do one more correction. So we're coming. Let's get as close as we can. Yeah, I was going further now. That's pretty good. Okay. So that burn, again, it was 5 minutes warning. No, 1 minute warning was fine. Our burn's coming up in another 56 days. So let's warp to that. Another solar panel went on the Octo 1. That solar panel blew on MapSat 2. Oh, I should again. Oh, it stopped because of that. Should get back into those notification settings. Why is this taking so long? panels going everywhere on the old probes. Impactors for asteroids, Javier says. That's very true. Well, that's because, yeah, flying by an asteroid is so quick. and rendezvousing with them, although it's obviously been done, is very, very expensive. It's a tricky thing to do. All right, let's run that one. How long's the burn? 4 seconds. Let's decrease the throttle here a little. Tweaking our way towards Moho very slowly. Okay, 3, 2, 1, off. And this should be just tweaking our trajectory enough that we should be now encountering Moho, which will give us a flyby, but I definitely want to come in nice and close. There we go. Well done. Well done, little script. Okay, and then we won't be, let's see, where are we? Here we are. We're going all the way around this one more time, and then we will be encountering, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So we're going to do one more correction here. And that's just to bring this trajectory in nice and close. This one is normal and radial. Oh. Let's decrease the sensitivity here a bit. I want to really buzz by. I want to buzz it. See, we're coming in at an angle. And we're not going to do any kind of burn here, so we can buzz this as close as we can. There. Okay, 25 kilometers is pretty good. I like that. What kind of orbit does that leave me once we leave through? Yeah, it leaves us in this. Oh, I don't know anymore. I'm getting confused. Let's see what happens after we do the flyby. I don't really care. And by the way, the whole flying by Eve, getting to Moho thing is very much what was done for every probe that ever went to Mercury. That is, of course, going by Venus. I don't think anything ever flew directly to Mercury. Someone might correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's... I don't think I'm wrong on that one. But then again, we never think we're wrong, do we? Okay, let's get to this maneuver. That maneuver is in 147 days, still well before our Kerbalism window, so we're okay. Okay, let's get out to that. Here we go. Going around the sun again. No science for us, though. Okay, this is really getting very silly. Oh, we've lost communication there for a second. I think just because we were on the other side of the sun. Again, it keeps stopping because of these... Oh, whoa. No, that's not us. All of these probes are breaking down. That's why I keep stopping this. I think I need to just go in and turn off all of those notifications of all probes that are not doing anything. They do not matter. Maybe a good thing to do once we're back into bringing Kerbals into space is to, what might be fun is sending a repair crew out, because some of those repairs, most of those can definitely be repaired. All right, we're just about there. I don't know about you, but I want to get by Moho. Okay, so once again, we're going to reduce the throttle because it's not a very big burn. 7 seconds, that should be good. Once again, we'll run our maneuver executor. This time I do want to watch it from Moho. Make sure I don't want to hit Moho. And to be honest, you can fly by Moho and then do an orbit and fly by again in the future. You know, as long as you're in an orbit whose part of its orbit is intersecting Moho's orbit, you can always facilitate more flybys. If you are so inclined. All right, burn coming up. 1, 0. There we go. Okay, let's bring it down. We're going to just buzz by Moho. And, oh, I don't know where the frick Kerbin is. Okay, let's delete that. I am super happy with that. Going to be coming over 24 kilometers above the surface of Moho. Nicey nice. Okay. We are done with burns. We are done with burns. The next piece of this is finding Moho. There it is, and that's happening in just 45 days. Woo! Let's do it! Let's do this. Going to Moho. Tom Hopkins says, repair those satellites and add more science. Yes, that is always an option. Haven't been unlocking a lot of new science, though. Okay, we are almost there. That is our alarm. Okay, we do not need alarm clock no more. Oh, and there's Moho down there. See it? We're coming in at a pretty funky angle, that's for sure. Let's get into its SOI. And we are collecting a mountain of science because, of course, this is our first time into Moho's SOI. There's our green. So we got 2 of the 3 different planets we have done flybys with. All that's left is to do 1 more to finish off this contract, and we're going to finish this off with Duna because I do not have the science I don't have the antennas for these other places, though, to be honest, I'm unlocking so much science. I might be able to get the antennas, but that's going to have to wait to see. Lots of science being transmitted. Here, let's get rid of our contract window. I want to do the closest approach. Here we come. Oh, look at that. Okay, now are we going to lose our signal? Probably. No, definitely we are not going to lose our signal. Nice. Excellent. We're going to have a signal all the way through this. Okay, let's do it. Let's get real close. Coming in on the night side of Moho. Let's get rid of our ball here. Not sure where the transition is into near space. We are trucking it, though. 4.6 kilometers per second. Oh, I think we just entered near space. We definitely did. Getting some nice near space, low space scans. There's our closest approach. And now we're on our way back up and out. And there we go. Excellent. All right. So it took an extra orbit. I didn't get the direct flyby I was originally planning for, but I don't think that's too bad. We are definitely sending off lots and lots of science. Like, how much does this thing send off so far? It's at 254 science and counting. It's still got more stuff it's collecting and transmitting. But I think that's going to end it for this stream. I hope that people found it enjoyable, and I hope to see you on Thursday where we're going to be tackling Duna and Ike. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you later.